Hey guys, it's Kenz
and Shell.
No, you're supposed to say welcome back to the Effortless Podcast. Sometimes I just have to carry your stuff.
I'm used to you saying it though.
I think that we need to have this down by now, but I swear you say
welcome back to the Effortless Podcast.
Not.
I don't know. Whatever. Welcome back.
Welcome back. We're back. Well, how's it going?
Great.
My tooth on the mic. Okay, today we are kind of just talking about how to. My brain is so sharp now. I've had 6 photo sessions this weekend.
Yeah, you've been busy.
My head is like
working mama.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, that's not what this session is about.
We're talking this week. It kind of happened spontaneously because I feel like we both have kind of had busy schedules recently.
Yeah.
And so just through that, we decided to talk about it and how
to like manage it and get through it, and kind of some like the best ways that we've found to do that and not feel overwhelmed amongst the busyness.
Yeah. Because I feel like it's very easy to feel overwhelmed. Like that's
and we do a lot, but that's why we have each other.
Right. Yeah.
Honestly, though.
Yeah.
Okay, to start, let's break down because you're in school and you're working nurse, obviously. So, and
I'm a dog mom.
And
so
you're
you
dog
forgot
mom.
that part.
Me too. We'll come to that later. We'll get to that later. He has a lot of diarrhea middle of the night diet runs. So
he has a very sensitive stomach for sure. And so for some reason, like normally. So for clinicals, I'm in clinicals. Why it's so busy for school right now is because I work full time, but then I also am doing school and clinicals. So it's like I'm a student full time, also working.
So you'll have these like 10+ day stretches of either clinical or work. And then on top of that, you have to do homework.
Yeah.
And you have to, there's a lot of other things. I need you in my life.
And I have to take JoJo out at 2 a.m. because he was having stomach issues.
Yeah. So there's just a lot going on, and it's a lot to it's under crunch time too. Right now, I feel like you have stuff that you had to get done. You just finished finals. Woo!
Yes, thank goodness.
Good job.
So a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And so I think that we should talk about some strategies or things that you feel like are most helpful, or how you remained calm in those stressful,
calm and collected
times. Not that you always did, but
yeah, I was gonna say for sure not. But obviously, I feel like having you is a huge
to anything stressful,
but it is very true because having someone that I know I could just vent to and not be they're gonna be annoyed at me. So that's obviously huge. But then as far as just managing it daily, I think the best thing, because I'm definitely a check off person.
Yeah.
And so literally taking, even if it's 20 minutes to line up your week, because I was working back to back to back. So lining up your week and saying literally time management, but daily.
Yeah.
It's
break
this
down
day,
every single activity.
Exactly. So and I didn't want to give up working out or, I wanted to be able to do all those things. So it's Monday, this is everything I have to get done. And then if there's anything homework related that I had to do on Monday, I literally listed it. So then it was I wasn't forgetting what I had to do. I wasn't falling behind or whatever. And then if there was 2 hours of free time or something,
you'd come in,
which there wasn't too much for that.
And then, which I think that's good and helpful. I feel I'm semi the same way as far as needing to write it all out. So that otherwise I feel it's more overwhelming if you have so many things you need to do, but it's scattered in your brain.
Definitely organizing it
helps a lot.
Literally daily, almost to the hour. I will get off at this time, and in between this time is when I have to finish homework. So I better do what I need to do in that time.
And then unless you get interrupted with a car accident.
Right. So then you have to just take it as it comes because
things that interfere with your daily.
Everything's not going to go as planned.
Yeah, you on Friday. Was that Thursday? Thursday.
Yeah, and my last day of clinical.
You had to get your final 8 hours.
I did. My final 8 hours
comes 7 a.m. I see a text message. Hey, and you need to pick me up. I just got in a car accident. I'm gonna tow my car. So. Sat there for 2 hours while I took the kids to school, found you in the pouring rain, tow truck man
such a
came,
mess.
JB.
JB had my back.
But the funniest part is like when I pull up to get you, you're on the ramp at like an angle, just like in your little car.
JB was literally towing me with me in the car.
I think is that legal?
Okay, I literally was asking my brother-in-law, because I feel like he knows a lot about cars. I'm like, is that a thing? Like they just like he literally
and you'd be facing like, traffic.
I was like, yeah, facing the wrong way, and he like was hooking my car up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm in my car. Yeah. And then he like just like knocked on my window. He's like, I'm ready to go. And I said,
I'm not.
Okay. I was like, my friend's almost here. Please wait. And so he's like, well, I have a couple minutes. And I was like, oh my gosh. But literally he was just going to like start driving.
And who knows where he's going to take you.
I know. I mean, he knew like where to take my car because I had like told them on the phone, but like he was just going to take me all the way there. I don't know. Like he never like had the conversation with me. I never got out of my car that entire time.
Well, it was kind of sketch.
It was just right on the freeway or like, yeah. And it was pouring down rain. It was dark out.
But the good news is you got to clinical a couple hours
got to clinic. Yeah.
And you got all your hours.
Yes.
You submitted everything you needed to do within 2 minutes before the deadline.
And then so the next day, so like I finished clinicals. Thank goodness. Thank you, Mackenzie. She took me to clinicals, picked me up. And,
what I'm here for.
And then the next day I had to do finals and my power was out for 15 hours.
Oh, right.
So that
you had a lot of hurdles. But you know what? You overcame those hurdles. And you passed your classes.
Everything's great.
Too blessed to be stressed.
Literally, attitude of gratitude,
and like it all worked. That's the thing.
That too. Is.
I feel like if you literally have the mindset like everything's gonna work out, like just do everything in your power on your end that you can. Mm-hmm. It's gonna work out.
Yeah,
just don't stress.
You just gotta take it as it comes.
Take it as it comes. Don't let that like setbacks overwhelm you.
Because there is like, it's funny because after. So I like got in the car with Mackenzie and I was like, right after my accident. And I'm thinking, because like when it first happened in my head, I'm like, this isn't happening. Like, I have somewhere to be. Like, like I have so much to do. And then as I was sitting there for 2 hours, I
had a lot of time to ponder.
I did. And I was just kind of thinking, and I'm like, I feel like from my life over the past like 10 years, like the craziness that has happened.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was sitting there and I was just like, I'm so thankful. Like, I'm just so thankful. Like, this accident wasn't as bad as it could have been. I'm like safe. There's like people coming. Like, I have someone that is like able to come pick me up. Like, I'm able to still like, I don't know. I just feel like over the past multiple years, I have just learned to be grateful and to like just be so thankful for like what you have and to not let stuff like, because like, of course, was it frustrating? Like, yeah, it's annoying. You have like, so it's like not bad to like be frustrated or like have those moments where you're like, oh my gosh, this is so annoying. But then just like being able to like take a step back and put yourself back into perspective. Yeah. And just think of like all the things that are like going well and that you have. And I'm like, I'm like totally fine. Yeah. This is great. And then we got to go get a car rental and
meet your potential boyfriend. Oh my gosh. Corey with a W. Cowery was giving out his number to you, trying to hook you up with a better car.
What a sweetheart.
Love him. Have you guys communicated again?
I mean, he's definitely called me more than the normal rental, I think. Just checking in.
Just making sure that
I'm supposed to like go back tomorrow or whatever day it is to like switch out my car based off like insurance stuff or whatever. I was supposed to go the other day and and it was, anyways, this is this long confusing thing, but I didn't end up going. So then he called me and then
like, hey baby.
It's like, you missed our date at Enterprise.
Yeah.
So anyways, so
but the saddest part of this whole thing is that you have to say bye to your car.
I know.
Literally your first and only car ever.
So anybody who doesn't know me, I have had this same car since I was a senior in high school. And I have like, it doesn't even have like
crap.
Everybody gives me crap.
Car, you need to
have
that car still.
It doesn't even have like automatic locks or windows. It's like the most basic car ever. But like it is, I've like lived out of it.
Yeah.
Literally.
But like we talked about, which I think also perspective
Mm-hmm.
is I liked how you were saying, like, you literally feel like you're starting so fresh, like, and the car is like the last thing that is kind of
From my
your
past.
So
Yeah.
now you're like forced to continue your start fresh journey.
I do. I think it was like, this is like it's like a God event in my life where it's like, I've come so far, like mentally, physically, emotionally, like, from my past. And now that was like the last thing.
I know.
So we might have to have like
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to the
Specky. Spectra.
A little specky.
It's kind of sad though.
It is.
I feel like
I know.
College.
I know.
Almost got beat up in that car.
Just like so many good times. Yeah.
So many good times. But we'll have more good times in your next vehicle.
Yeah. In my G-Wagon.
Oh my gosh.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah. Okay. So I feel like those are all things that are like very helpful as far as like perspective in your situation that you're in, to like really just like step back and be like, okay, I'm super overwhelmed. I have a ton going on, but attitude of gratitude. Like sounds so cheesy.
But it's like
honestly
literally
like
so
if you
true.
step back and are like, okay, I've got this and this and this going on. Like it's okay. Everything's gonna work out. Then I feel like that's good. And then the like writing daily, like your tasks, so that it doesn't just like pile up in your brain and then you just feel like,
Yeah, I feel like sticking to like a strict routine.
Yeah.
So like,
and including like working out and eating healthy and good sleep in that.
Yeah,
like not
for sure
up those important things that also like help your brain.
Yeah, and like the non-negotiables. Make sure your non-negotiables are like on your list.
Right.
Like start with those, and then whatever you have to get done each day. And then like, but also like try, like for me too, is like try to do something that's like enjoyable. Like, I didn't like have a ton of time, but like if there was like 1 or 2 nights where I could like pop over here and like hang out for an hour or two, or like you feed me dinner.
I was going to say, like you'd need fed.
So
I'm happy to feed you.
Yeah, like that sort of thing. And I feel like, I mean, this kind of goes into like the perspective, but like just like having a good attitude and like making the most of like where you are in the like each minute of the day,
and
like,
not like the whole poor me situation. Like, I have so much going on.
Right?
You know,
because it's like good for you. You have so much going on. That's really cool.
Awesome.
That's like. I started saying fabulous a lot recently, and I don't.
Other phrase that you said the other day, twice. Fudged. Literally, you said that twice in one sentence, and I was like, "What the heck are you?"
I know.
What does that mean? Like, what was the context in? I just want to be like, "Why are you saying fudged?"
I think it was because they were talking about
like who have you been hanging out with?
The residents I've been hanging out with. I love them so much. They're so sweet. But I do remember, and I remember like after I said it on the phone with you, I was like, I don't know where it came from. Yeah,
fudged.
But yeah, fudged. And then I've been saying fabulous, and I'm not sure where.
Fab.
Yeah. I was at the hospital the other day, and the doctor said something, and I was kind of being like sarcastic. And I was like, oh yeah, that's fabulous. And then I like walked out. I was like, what? Why did they say that?
That's
so weird.
Of you.
Super enthusiastic.
Like, I think if there's anything that I do when I feel really overwhelmed.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like that's kind of like, and obviously it'll change per personality. So do you have anything that's like, because you're a mom. So it's not like, I feel like mine is very easy because I have a lot going on. Sure. Yeah, I'm a dog mom. So it's really hard. But like as far as you, it's not like you're like, okay, everybody's going to do this as planned.
One thing I feel like I've become more aware of is like in general, I feel like I have a pretty chill personality, you know? But so this last week, I was completely caught up with editing. I hadn't had any sessions because we were gone last weekend. And my goal was to like get everything complete so that I could like go into the weekend, like to enjoy it and not have to feel like I had to do anything. But I've like noticed like this whole week how much more just like relaxed I felt, because I do feel like when I have a lot going on, it really like makes me tense, and I feel bad because I feel like I'm more tense with the kids and I'm more like apt to be like agitated and snap at Greg, you know?
Yeah.
And poor Greg. Poor Greg. Anyways, so one thing that I feel like really does help me is, like you said, kind of same thing, like writing out the things. But then also like, I feel like I have to just really focus on like when I am with the kids, like not thinking of, or like, so I guess for me, what I'm trying to say is that if I have specific times that I'm like, these are designated times that I'm going to be like editing or whatever, and then making sure I actually use that time for that. And then that way I can like enjoy the kid time more. The hard part though with that is that a lot of times that's like after they go to bed.
Yeah.
And so like if they don't go to bed on time, then I'm like,
or you have to sacrifice sleep.
Yeah.
Then.
Which we just said we're not supposed to do that. So.
Yeah.
So I have no tips.
No, I feel like this schedule of like what you like planning it out is good. But I just feel like if you have kids, it's just not going to be as strict as like mine.
Right. You have to
where it's flexible. Like I'm the one that has to be disciplined.
Yeah. But that's where too, I think it's important to even have the attitude of gratitude and be like, okay, I have 3 healthy kids that need me and my attention. And like work stuff can wait. Like I'm gonna get it done. Yeah, it's just like it. I do have to give up a little bit of time of sleep or
something.
Like Greg and I hanging out in the evenings. You know, if that's what it takes for. It's not even like forever either. Like it's a few nights. Yeah, you know.
So just like organizing is huge.
Organization and like writing stuff down and checking it.
Same.
Off. And that is such like a writer. Same. Like I don't want to put it in my phone.
Me neither. Yeah. My phone is like not. Yeah. I have to in my agenda.
Right. And I just really like adding things onto my plate, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's like an Enneagram 7 thing. So I'm adding another layer onto my plate. And you know what? I'm putting this out here because haters like you and the rest of the family.
I have a couple things to mention, but I want you to finish it and then I'll talk about it.
Well, if you know me, you know that I...
Yeah, tell us. If we know you, then what?
I'm a real big dog lover, especially my little fur baby Jet. Here's the actual truth. If Jet had come into my life before kids, he would be like my dude. Like I was.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah. The issue is he came after 2 of the 3 kids. So it's hard to like.
He came before Jovi? Yeah. Wow. I like that kind of is weird to me.
I know. But so I like Jet. I love him.
You like him.
I like it's a conditional love.
Yeah.
This is what we're working on. Because when he's fresh and clean, love him.
Which is like
2 days a year.
Yeah.
2 days after he gets groomed. But I constantly am trying to be better with him because I'm not even kidding. Talk about anxiety. I feel anxious.
Yeah.
Or like he gives me anxiety because he stands outside the sliding door just staring at me.
Because he wants to be part of the family.
And he's a golden retriever. He wants attention and love.
Yeah. I mean, for sure.
Hard to give that to an animal when you have 3 kids. But he is loved. Greg walks him and hangs out with him in the garage. Greg made fun of me for saying all this because it sounds like I'm like a dog abuser. I'm not. But all that to say, starting now, tomorrow, because I actually made a grooming appointment for him at 11 a.m.
Okay,
can you watch Jovi tomorrow? I take him because he jumps on me when I take him. He gets so I literally had
last time
I looked like I was
hurt
abused.
Your arm. Yeah,
so he's actually the problem, not me. But he jumped on me and was like, because he gets like anxious, you know?
Yeah,
at the groomer. But anyways, Jovi in there is always like freaking out. So I need you to help with that, please. Okay, if that fits into your schedule. Anyways, all that to say, I am proving all the people wrong starting tomorrow, and I'm taking Jet on. He's gonna be my guy. Me and Jovi are gonna train him place on his dog bed that we don't have yet. And I got this spray that was recommended by some other golden retriever owners to help him smell fresh. Okay, he's gonna be brushed daily.
He's going to be brushed daily.
That's a big factor. I got a new brush rim. One side is
you're going to brush him daily.
Off. Yeah, and then I told Greg I need him on board to have him in a poncho when they walk.
I know he doesn't want to do that, though.
But he already has the belt leash, so that fits right into the vibe of poncho.
I can't with the belt leash. The belt leash kills me. Oh my god.
Okay, so but you're hating on me. Greg's hating on me. Everybody's
like hating.
They don't believe it. And it's just fair because I've done this probably 50 plus times because I want it.
Yeah, you do. But if you want something bad enough, you make it happen.
Okay, next week.
I want you to prove me wrong.
Yeah. So I had Greg put the great thing back up, the little jail thing back up in the car so that he can sit in the trunk. And so I'm going to start taking him to school pickup and drop off.
Okay.
And I'm going to start like bringing him with me places more. He's a really sweet dog.
No, he is a really good dog, and he's so cute.
And I just like,
he's so
such a
cute.
clean freak. I don't want my house to smell like dog.
Yeah.
So you have to be honest.
And it is hard with a dog with 3 kids to have them inside, because like a lot of dogs aren't just going to like sit there.
Well, that's what
while the kids are running around.
We're going to train him. I'm going to train him. I was also thinking I'm going to train him to not like go on any sort of material in the house. So like no rug, no carpet.
Also, if you guys know Jet at all,
you should know Jet.
Like if you've been around him. Sad. When he's inside, he tends to like grab things off the counters.
Or like he'll eat the pillows and start.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm inside. He's like, I don't know what to do.
Telling me like, the more he's inside, the more mellow. Also, he's like 3.5, so he should start be like, he's gonna chill out a little bit. I think hopefully, partially if he gets more love, he'll probably chill out.
Yeah,
he's just screaming for attention.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do you have to say about all this, Shelly?
I just have to say,
order Chewy subscription.
I did. I like came over to their house and Mackenzie's like, oh, my Chewy's here. Greg said, that's for you.
Like, I didn't even look at it. I thought it was Shelly's for sure.
Too good. I just feel like I've heard this before. And so
that's why I'm telling the podcast.
So you're really like, you have to be.
I do a lot better if I like tell he's somebody, like working out in the morning. Yeah. I'm like, I will be at your class on Thursday. Because you 5:30 a.m. And like, I don't want to like let that person down. Not that they even care.
Yeah.
So
I care.
You don't actually, but I
the podcast cares.
Probably nobody cares except for Jet and me. And I want him to be like our family dog. You know?
I mean, he has been for 3.
The thing is, for a long time, he was in the house and stuff.
Yeah.
And then
it's just also like when I first moved here with a dog, I'm like, how do people keep big dogs clean in the winter? Like, I never had to worry about that because it was like never rainy.
Yeah.
But it is like, I mean, every single time I walk Jojo, we come back inside and he sits or he knows not to move. And I literally wipe him down.
So
head
that's
to
what
toe.
I have to do. I need to train him. I was also thinking he probably needs the like paw boots.
Yeah, so I have some of those for Jojo too.
But you don't put them on him.
Like, it depends. Sometimes I haven't recently just because I feel like that takes more time and I'd rather just wipe him down.
I think I might get Jet a rain hat, a raincoat poncho, and then the paw thing.
Yeah.
So that when he walks with Greg on his belt leash.
At least the poncho. I feel like the poncho.
Can be wiped down, but like the bulk of his body.
Yeah, because he has long fur.
Do you want to go to the dog store tomorrow?
Yeah, we should.
Actually,
I need to go to Mud Bay.
One.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay. Yeah, we should.
So starting tomorrow, I'm going to be a really good dog mom.
It's great.
Greg also was like, I like opened the box of my Chewy subscription. And he's like, we literally have 5 sprays, 5 dog wipe things from last year when
you said all of this.
Doing this. So everybody's really ready for me to prove them wrong.
We can't wait.
So, also, anybody who's listening, I've had some very good tips from people I posted on the gram, like tips and like products to help, which I did get some of the products. But if you have any like extra tips to like keep your golden retriever specifically like smelling fresh, not shedding, just like turning him into like a poodle.
Yeah, I was just about to say turn him into like a golden doodle, basically.
Yeah, that'd be helpful. I'm so bad.
Well, we know. Conditionally love him.
Watch. Pretty soon he's going to be laying at my feet because he's going to be like...
He's going to be the, your, like, one of those, like, trainer dogs or whatever because he's going to be so well behaved.
You know, like the dog at church today. That's what I was like whispering to you. I want Jet to be like that.
Uh-huh. Which they also go through.
Like he had like 50 years of training probably. So good luck.
Anyway, I mean, it takes a lot.
I love the idea of Jet. And I love him, like, as a dog. I think he's very sweet.
As a dog. Not as a child, but as a dog.
So, anyways.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Okay. We can't wait to see. Are you giving yourself a time frame?
For what? It's forever.
No, to, like, get him trained. Or no, it's just, like, eventually it'll happen.
No, I told Jovi starting tomorrow, we're, like,
on it.
Yeah, so we got his brush.
Cleaning supplies.
Yeah.
Okay, that actually is a good segue because I feel like in order for this to happen, you need to set goals. And that
Goals?
like just goals. Like I set goals like to get through my like stressful time or like busy times. Like you have to have like goals. And I feel like you need to like
set dog goals.
Yeah, like by next week he will know how
He's
to
a pretty smart dog. Well, he knows how to sit.
I know. He knows how to sit and lay. I know.
But
like
play. The thing is when he was a puppy, when he went to puppy training school, he learned place. I think we weren't very like good about
like doing it
at home. So he needs a place and he needs to like be one of those dogs that like he doesn't get up from his place unless he's asked.
Put him and Jovi in timeout together. Jovi has been having a lot of time out, and it is literally the cutest thing ever.
She is
a lot of time out. So funny.
Her and Frankie have like girl fights.
They're comical.
Jovi like screams and pulls Frankie's hair, and Frankie like, it's funny.
But they could go to place together.
That might be good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, anyways,
back to getting through. Or just like not even getting through, but just like daily life. I feel like it's super easy to like get over or to get overwhelmed and have a lot to do and like getting behind or whatever.
The other thing is like, which I think that is part of our friendship is the amount that we just like laugh everything off.
Yeah.
Like for everything we just make fun or funny somehow.
Yeah.
Because
which is so helpful.
It is so helpful and it like really lightens any situation.
Right.
You know? So I think that's huge. And like just finding somebody that you can go to when you feel really overwhelmed and stressed, whether that's like your spouse or your best friend or somebody, like just so that you are able to like voice how you feel and not feel like you're being a burden, like talking about it.
Yeah.
And then letting that person put your life back in check for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And reminding you too, like, even if you are like, because I do think it is important to like be able to vent about something, but then there's like a line between like venting and then just like complaining and being like, man, like, Chloe. But yes, so I feel like to like summarize kind of like organizing, setting goals, holding yourself accountable, and then mindset.
Right.
And like within mindset, because something that is like super important to us is like faith and praying. And so just making sure too that if that's part of your non-negotiable, whether that's like spending time like reading the Bible or like doing a Devo or something, like making sure that like those non-negotiables are like part of your organizing, but then,
which I will say, I feel like whenever I do specifically set aside time to do my Devo and stuff, I feel so much more just like
at peace
and calm, and like my attitude towards everything is just better.
Yeah.
Or like I feel like I'm more mellow with the kids, or like I do have a different like mindset about life as we should. So I feel like that is definitely helpful. So I mean, I would 100% say that that's like, and just once again, like even how we were saying, like for you, it was like you were so close to your deadlines, but you were like, had been praying a lot and like staying on the word. So you like knew that it was like, it was going to work out. You did everything you could and it worked out. Not have faith, you know?
I literally, so this is like so funny because I feel like I've been telling Ken so much that like I can like feel in my life that like God is really like working in my life and like working in me. And like a huge part of that is like fully trusting him, which when you think about it, fully trusting God is like
really hard.
So hard. Yeah. It is so hard. And so when I was finishing up my finals, there was like this one piece that my clinical or my preceptor had to like turn into me. So it was out of my control.
Right.
But which that also really is like, I don't like that. Yeah. I'm a control freak. And so it was due at like 8:59 our time.
Yeah.
And he literally texted me at 8:56 and I turned it in at 8:57.
Talk about
2 minutes. And so I like literally like called my like, oh my gosh, he just did already text you. And you're like, or what'd you say? Something you're like, wow, like, God is really making you trust him or something. And I was like, it's so true. Like that is so true. Like everything's going to be fine. Just trust me.
But we had been saying that it's all going to work out.
It's all going to work out.
It's going to be fine. It doesn't mean you just like sit back and do nothing either.
No, like I still have to work hard and like, yeah.
And you were proactively like trying to contact people at the hospital to help you get in contact with him to be like,
because he just like forgot to submit it basically.
So it doesn't mean you just are like God's got it. I can sit here and chill,
Do
but
nothing.
at the same time,
Yeah.
it'll work out. It'll all work out. Yeah. Anyways, is there any other things that we want to talk about?
I want to
talk about your face.
my face. What's wrong with my
It's so like it looks so smooth. You don't think mine does?
OMG.
I'm just kidding. No, but I feel like it looks really like it looks very like
Thank you.
smooth. Yeah.
Well, thanks.
Good job.
Thanks.
Up on your skincare routine.
Yeah. Well, I just bought the rest of the Skin Farm.
The best.
Really into Skin Farm.
Yeah.
And then I get my next micro needling soon.
Yeah. That'll be great.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then what's next?
Christmas is coming so soon.
Christmas is coming so soon.
So we have next week, and then we need to talk about like what our plans are for the holidays.
Yeah. But we'll be around.
Yeah.
I need to start thinking.
We talk about we can or decide what we're gonna do, like if we're gonna have an episode or
Yeah, we might have like a Christmas break or something.
Mhm.
Or just like depending on schedules. But we will be here next week. So
Yes.
tune in and don't forget to like and subscribe to the Effortless Podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week on the Effortless Podcast. Bye, babes.